Hey, it's Mr. Bass. I got a new Monsterbass multi-species box. You guys that watch the channel regularly know that I've been getting this box for quite a while. I generally like it. It's got great lures, usually for bass, panfish, trout, all kinds of different species, which makes it nice. So let's crack this thing open and see what they sent this month. Okay, first thing up I'm looking at, I got this, wait a second. Holy crap. Oh geez, look. Live target field mouse, okay? Holy crap. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. Check this out. What's the sticker say there? Don't know if you can read it there. It says, best new soft bait, iCast 2011. 2011, it's 2022 now. You know what that means? This is an 11-year-old lure. Golly, man. Why do they do this stuff to us, man? Look, there's nothing wrong with a live target mouse. It's basically just a hollow body frog that looks like a mouse. It's a fine bait. There's nothing wrong with it. But it's 11 freaking years old. We don't subscribe to these kinds of boxes to get 11-year-old baits. Now, I went and looked this up. It's not discontinued. You can still buy this at Tackle Warehouse for like 12.5 bucks. So when you open this up, Monsterbass can say, we're giving you a lure worth 12.5 bucks. Well, that's true. If you want to go buy this new, you're going to pay $12.50, but come on, man. You know what this is? This is overstock. This is an insult to the subscribers right here, quite frankly. Now, if you're brand new to fishing, this is the first time you got the box, you've never fished hardly anything, this might be an awesome bait. Again, I'm not saying the bait is necessarily bad. It's the issue of putting an 11-year-old lure in a brand new subscription box. Freaking ridiculous. Okay, I digress a little bit there. Sorry, but I cannot believe they're putting an 11-year-old bait in the box. Here's the stuff in the box. Something they're doing a little differently is, if you notice here, they have a mystery bait that they say is worth $6.50. And they're doing these mystery baits apparently for charity. I'm trying to figure out exactly what this thing means. Basically says, grab your mystery bait and take to social media to help raise awareness for Mental Health Awareness Month. Share your story of healing or simply post a picture of your mystery bait. And it supports this charity called Mission 22. So that's cool. They are helping those in need. That's awesome. They also, when you subscribe to the box, usually get something like this. This is a $10 gift card that you could use on the Monsterbass website. So this box costs 36 bucks a month. If you were to go buy something on the website, you'd save $10. So in theory, you get this for 26 bucks. You got to use a little mental gymnastics to make that work, but 10 bucks off is 10 bucks off. Every Thursday, they have their live show. Rick does, great show. He does this golden ticket giveaway. You use the golden ticket that came in your Monsterbass box, and you could win some great prizes. And he does give away some awesome prizes in that show. Okay, and lastly, they usually have a sticker in the box. This one's really cool this month. A river rat. Awesome. All right, let's see what else we have. As an 11-year-old bait we already looked at. Okay, this is a good bait. The Booyah One Knocker. This is a lipless crankbait. Great bait, actually. The One Knocker has a real loud knocker in it rather than BBs, you know. But really good bait. This is the 1/2 ounce size, and this color is yellow perch. Yellow perch works everywhere. You don't have to have perch bait in your water to throw a perch colored bait. In fact, this looks a lot like a bluegill as well. Great lure, good product for sure. All right, here's another bait that I love. Jean LaRue, old school. They've been making great baits for years and years. The tattletale worm is still a staple worm that a lot of guys throw. And one of the great ways to fish this, you can fish it a lot of different ways, on a shaky head or, you know, Ned rig, all kinds of things. But an awesome way to fish this is the Nico rig or the Neko rig. That's where you put the nail weight in the head and you put an O-ring in the center of the bait, put a nail weight here. This is a great bed fishing bait if you fish it Nico style. And part of it is because of this little tattletale. It gets a ton of movement and vibration. You can actually set that bait on the bed, hold it perfectly still, and this tail still is going to jiggle like crazy, even without imparting any action on the bait. If you've never tried the tickle tail worm, go try it. Also, go look on Jacob Wheeler has a video of him fishing the tattletale worm on beds. It's a great video, and you'll really like watching that. That was watermelon pepper, the color on that. Okay, then we've got a drop shot bait by Somatis Baits. I think that's how you pronounce these guys. I'm seeing these in a lot of monthly subscription boxes, so they're getting around. They've been around for a while. This is a flatworm drop shot style bait. It doesn't say what color it is, but to me this looks like a green pumpkin with a blue flake or a watermelon with blue flake in it. And you know, the flatworm, lots of companies make a flatworm, and as I said, drop shot, that's the way to go. That's the technique. Good thing about Somatis Baits, they're made in the USA. That's all the bass lures with the exception of the mystery bait. I'm going to show you the mystery bait last. So let's look at the panfish baits here. First off, we've got some big bite baits, jig heads, and it seems like most of these boxes have some sort of a panfish jig head, which is great. Interesting thing about this, it's a typical 1/16 ounce jig head, but it's weedless. And you don't see a lot of these little jig heads that are weedless, but it has a little fluorocarbon or monofilament weed guard on here. Let me show you. On my hand, still it's hard to see, but there it is. Little weed guard right there. And it's pretty stout. So, you know, a lot of times you want to fish this little jig in some places where there's grass or other kind of cover. And I like the fact that they're giving us a weedless jig head instead of the normal. So what could you use with these jig heads? They've got 3 baits in here you could use. First is the Cast Cray Crap Slap. Don't know these guys, never heard of these guys. It's a little grub, little purple grub. I don't even know if this thing's big enough to fit on that jig head, quite frankly. You probably need a smaller jig head than this one, but you might be able to make it work on that. These are made in the USA as well. Don't know what they call this color, but it's a purple with some blue fleck in it. Then you've got a tried and true bait by Yum. Basically their 2-inch grub. This is smoked silver flake. And I really like soft plastics with some smoke or silver in them. This would be really good. And this would fit very well on this jig head for sure. And here's another one that would fit well on this jig head. And this is my favorite crappie panfish soft plastic. By far, my #1 choice. So glad to see it in the box. It's the 2-inch Joker by Mr. Crappie, which got bought out by Strike King. Mr. Crappie used to be its own thing. But this 2-inch Joker is no joke. It's a great panfish bait. Great action. The fish just really, really love it. And this is my favorite color. I can't believe they pulled that off as well. But this particular color is the one I throw probably 90% of the time when I'm throwing a Joker. I just love this color. They officially call this color Tuxedo Black Chartreuse. But there's something about this black and the chartreuse that really the fish love. So I'm really happy about that too. So overall, this was a pretty decent box. Oh, I forgot to show you the mystery bait. What mystery bait could they possibly provide? It's by Lunker Hunt, the Jolt 8F. And this is a flat-sided or fairly flat-sided crankbait. It runs about 8 feet deep. It has a tight wobble and it's red. So I'm sure it's not a bad crankbait. I've not thrown this crankbait, but to me, when I see this crankbait, I think early spring and colder water. So this is about a month or two late for me, but it's still a decent crankbait. That's your mystery bait. So if you got this and you wanted to share your story and share your mystery bait, you could do that as part of their campaign to support the Mission 22 charity, which is cool. All right, that's it. You got the mystery bait. You got the 3 panfish soft plastics and the jig heads. You got the lipless. You've got the Somatis shot, the drop shot bait. The tattletale worm. And the one and only, tried and true, field mouse, only 11 years old, boys and girls. Bam! Hope that was helpful and informative. If so, please subscribe to the Mr. Bass channel. Smash that like button. Share the video with somebody. I would really appreciate that. Until next time, this is Mr. Bass. Happy fishing!